Hello everyone and welcome on my very imperfect podcast about mainly knitting for now, even though I keep the hopes high to one day show you my sewing content. Yeah, I am Alice and this is Viridian Knits. Well, now that this very bad intro is done, let me tell you a little bit about what I've been up to this week. I have worked on two things mainly, and the first thing is my wedding shawl. No, if you're new here, I am not getting married. I am already married, but I never finished the shawl I had started and almost finished for my wedding, which is a pattern called the Green Leaf Lace Shawl by Anna Victoria. And I cannot show it to you because it doesn't look like much right now, and it's huge, to be honest. But I said in the previous episode that I had 7 rows left. It was not 7 rows, it was 14 rows because the diagram only shows the right side rows. The wrong side rows are only pearls. That's why they're not pictured in there, because those grids would be huge, so they are not there. Since last time I have made, I think I'm right before the wrong side row. Yeah, I have made 3 rows, which is very good because that footage of me showing this is 4 days, was 4 days ago for me right now, and I said I spent, by memory, half an hour on one right side row. That's not true. That's 1.5 hours on the right side row. So just with those 2 right side rows, I spent 3 hours on this shawl. Plus, I think you can add 1 more hour on the wrong side row. It's shorter because I don't have to put the little beads. Like, will you see the beads? There are beads everywhere in this shawl, like here. And I don't have to put any beads on the wrong side row, so it's a bit faster, but I think like 4 hours in 4 days is great for a shawl that takes a lot of brain power. When I started it, that was 4 years ago, I was not as comfortable with lace knitting as I am now, and it was very complicated, and I realized when I started again on it that I had made things very difficult for myself because I had not put any markers between each, like, you know, you see I have a marker here. Will it focus? Yeah, one here and another one here, and so on and so forth. Like, I had not put any markers for each repeat of the lace pattern, so it was very hard to follow my diagram. And one other thing I had not done, so that's like beginner's mistake on a very complicated pattern for a beginner. And the other thing I did is, in order to put my beads on the stitches, I did not buy the proper crochet. Oh, where is it? Did I put it in here? Okay, I don't know where I've put my crochet, but I have now bought it, like when I realized maybe it's here. It is not here. Anyway, I had not bought the crochet. I vividly remember thinking I will not invest in a tool that I will probably use for only one project. I clearly underestimated the amounts of work and energy I would put in that project, and how much time and energy I would have saved by just buying the 4 euros crochet I needed. Well, I have bought it now, and I can't find it And it's a shame, I think it's in my living room, but yeah, I have the little cardboard packaging here, and I will let you admire, yeah, right here, where it says 0.5 millimeters. Like, that is the tiniest crochet I have ever seen in my life. It is minuscule, but it makes my life so much easier for putting beads on this. So yeah, I happily resumed work on this project. I know where it is. I know where it is. It is, yeah, it is stored. I have a little mini bowl where I have put my beads, and I put my crochet on it, and because I didn't want my kids to touch it, I put it away in some furniture I have in my living room. I know where it is. It's not lost. I was afraid I'd lost it already. I have a tendency to lose my stuff very easily, but no, it's not lost. I know where it is. Anyway, I still have quite a bit of work on this one because I have, yeah, I'm also bad at math. Something like 11 rows remaining. Yeah, that's it, 11 rows remaining. So that's gonna be a long one, but yeah, I'm happy I have started again on this one. Now, I think this one made me feel really, really tired, and I felt like all of my current whips were, well, they needed brain power, all of them, and I didn't want to do anything with brain power. So I started thinking about casting on a no-brainer one, and I could have started my second sock that I've shown you in the previous episode, like the one with the West Yorkshire Spinners self-striping yarn. But no, I decided to do something else, and I don't have the name of the pattern in mind. But basically what happened is I realized I had actually bought way too much yarn for my husband's Pagan Sky sweater, like something around 5 balls that I will not use for that sweater, and I don't want to have it stay in my stash forever, so I wanted to use it right away. And even though my husband's sweater is not finished, I started using the leftover balls, and so I started this thing, which is called the hood scarf. Yeah, you won't see it. Yeah, Pulso hood scarf, and there are pictures right here, like this one. So that is the idea, and here is the same thing worn by the same man, just as a scarf. And yeah, here is the shape of it when it's like laying flat, sorry. And there are 2 sizes. I don't know if you can see it. Like, the blue one is the small size, and the coral one is the big size. I am supposed to make, like, based on my head diameter, I'm supposed to make the littlest one, but I often, tie my hair in the back like that, and whether I do a messy bun or just put a clip like this, when I do that, I often have the problem of hoods being too shallow. Is that a word? So I have decided I would probably make the big one, because I want to make sure it covers my entire head, even if my hair is tied in the back. So for the moment it doesn't change anything. The beginning is the same thing. It's a free pattern, so I can give you details. It's a free pattern that you can find on their website. You just basically cast on 60 stitches. They advise a long-tail castan, classical long-tail castan. You knit flats in 2x2 ribs, while I can find the word in English. How do you say it? You don't knit the first stitch of each row. You have the word. I'm sure you have it. I don't right now. And it's like, this is a dark gray yarn, so it's very hard to show you, but the result is very, very, very clean, very crisp. I like it very much. I think it's gonna expand when blocking, like ribbing does. And yeah, I like it. It's a very nice, mindless knitting project. So that's where I am for now. I think I'm just gonna go to bed right now and knit a little bit on this one because, yeah, I'm lazy like that and I don't want to think about what I have to do. Hi guys, I just wanted to come talk to you. We are Tuesday and I said in my previous video that I wanted to finish it February and work on my UFOs, and I have finished one UFO, which was my little Nibbles rabbits, and I have worked on another one, which is my wedding shawl, but that's pretty much it because I started a new project, which is this one. I have shown it to you already. It is the hood scarf from Pro Soho, and there is a designer name, but I can't remember it right now. I will put it on the screen. Anyway, this was supposed to be my mindless project that maybe I would bring to work for my lunch break and everything. And I did bring it to my lunch break, but also I cannot seem to be able to stop working on it. It's 2x2 ribs for now, and this is how much I have made. I have started this project last weekend. I cannot remember. I think it was Saturday evening and we are Tuesday evening, so that's quite a bit of work. There are 40 centimeters here, so yeah, that's quite a lot. Before going on, just a little information. If you hear the sound of water drops in the background, it's because there are water drops in the background. First of all, there is the rain on my window right here, which is like this one. And second, I will not show you that because this part of the room is a mess, but there is a leak in my bedroom. No, I am not happy about that, but well, my husband is gonna tackle it. But for the moment, I am just sleeping with a little bucket below the place where the water is dropping from. Yeah, sorry, I had to clean a bit my memory card, but I was saying there is a leak in my bedroom and I am sorry for the water drops noises in the background. Anyway, my hood scarf. I am supposed to be knitting 28 and something inches. I made the conversion and it gave me 72.39 centimeters, which I have honestly rounded up to 70 centimeters. I think it's more than enough. What I have taken off will be less than an inch for people using the imperial system, less than an inch, a little bit more than 2 centimeters on each side of the scarf. I don't think it's gonna make a big difference on the overall project, and if I do that, I should be able to do the entire project while using all of the yarn I have, which is 5 balls of this wool, of this Drops soft tweed. It's great, and I have 5 balls, too much of this yarn from my husband's sweater. Have I finished my husband's sweater? know, but I have made the first sleeve, and from that I can guess how much yarn I will need for the second sleeve. And with one ball plus the leftovers from the first sleeve, I should be fine, because I started the first sleeve with leftovers from the body. And anyway, I will not try to explain this to you. It's kind of mathematical, and I am bad at math and even worse at explaining it. But basically, I know that with one ball and my leftovers, I have enough for my second sleeve. And so I have 5 balls for this hood scarf. So I will keep working on it, and I will see you soon. I have to go see my daughter. Hey everybody, I have placed an order this week. Sorry for, I'm gonna put that down. Sorry for the crinkling noise. It's gonna happen again because what I bought is in a little paper bag. I have shown it to you when I unboxed it. It was not a very fancy unboxing, but I just wanted to show you more of it. It comes from Cousteau, which is one of my all-time favorites online shop for knitting stuff. They have a great selection of yarn, both hand-dyed and commercial yarn. Great tidbits that go around with needles and stuff like that, project bags, candles sometimes. Like it's really a whole universe that they really understand, because as far as I know, the shop owner is a knitter, so yeah, it helps. I am highly influenceable. Is that a word? Like, you can influence me very easily, and I've been seeing Chiaogu needles everywhere, and more specifically, I have seen the Chiaogu Forte, but like the whole kits of Forte is over 300 euros, which was not a reasonable expense for me right now. And I have bought a whole kit for my Knit Pros, and to be honest, I only use like the first 4 or 5 needle size and not even all of them. So I decided for this one I would just buy the needles I use the most, and that is, for the beginning, the littlest ones. So it starts at, I don't know if you will see it, US 2 or 2.75 millimeter needles. And then I went up, so 2.75, 3, 3.75 and 3.5. When I knit fingering weight yarn, depending on which type of fingering, if I'm knitting hand-dyed fingering that's generally more plump, I will be using 2.75. If I'm using commercial fingering that's very, very thin, I generally, like, I can go down as low as 2.25 millimeter needles, which I don't know how much that is in US size, but I couldn't find them on the shop anyway, so that's okay. I'm good with those. As you can see, I have opened the 3.5 millimeter needles because I wanted to feel them, and I have to admit that at first, like first contact, I haven't knit with those yet. They are carbon here and stainless steel for the tips. I have not knit with them yet, but I have put a cable on it, and it feels very sturdy, very high quality. So yeah, 4 needles, pairs of needles, 2 different cables. I took the Sweave 360 ones that are nylon coated multi-strand steel cable, so feel very sturdy too. I took a 35 centimeters of length and a 93 centimeters, that is 14 inches and 37 inches. They are in size small being the size of the little screw to attach to the needles. Then I wanted to have little accessories, so I took end stoppers in the right size, cable connectors, and apparently I got confused because I thought the 2.75 millimeter needles required a mini cable, so I took an adapter to be able to use my small cables with my mini needles. But then I received my needles, and the 2.75, it's written on here, needs a small cable too. Like, I don't know if you will see it. Will it work here? It doesn't work right now. Here you go. You can see there's a small right here. So I will not be using my little adapter, but I will not pay to send it back. Like, it would be ridiculous to pay for this. I will keep it. If I expand my Taugu collection, I might use it in the future. So yeah, I have all of that, and I bought 2 little other things that have nothing to do with the needles, but that are knitting related. First of all, I bought tray-tongue tubing from the Knitting Barber, like the original one, because I have other tray-tongue tubing that I bought on another online store, which I usually love for sewing supplies. They've tried to expand their offer to knitting supplies, and I'm not as convinced by what they have chosen. And those tray-tongue tubings specifically are really not very good. My stitches don't slide smoothly on it and everything, so I don't like them. I decided to try the brand name ones. I took the purple one because it's my favorite color, and I can already tell that this one is more like the other one I have is a little bit stiff, and this one seems to be very, like, not stiff. So I think I'm gonna be happy with it. It was like a try-on. If I like it, I will probably buy more of those, probably in a different color. And finally, I bought little floops, furls, sorry, by Floops. And yeah, those are sold in packs of 6. Yes, 6. And I've heard great things about those, used as stitch markers, but also cable needles and stuff like that. So I wanted to try it on. So yeah, that's my little knitting needles and accessories haul. I'm very happy about it. My little problem is I don't have any projects right now on which I can put my new needles to try them on. And so I kind of feel like I want to cast on, but I'm not supposed to be casting on something new. I'm supposed to be finishing off what I have already started. So yeah, hopefully. take 2. So as I was saying, I think this is going to be a longer vlog than usually, but it's okay. I have quite a lot of things to discuss, specifically, sorry, because I am on holidays, and while I do have to take care of my children, I had decided purposefully not to do anything crazy. So we're gonna have nice walks like those you will have already seen, and enjoy the beautiful sun that we are having and very beautiful weather that's unusually warm for the season. And yeah, that's pretty much it for my holidays. That and trying to sew. I have 2 sewing projects that I have not finished, and quite a few knitting projects on the go. So about that, I just came back from running errands and I did grocery shopping. That's not super thrilling, but I also had an appointment to go see Catherine from Lendemout. She's a French indie dyer who lives 10 minutes from my place. I try really hard not to go too often because, well, I think it's pretty obvious why, but I had asked her to dye me this, which is a mini skein of moonsock. It doesn't have a label. She apologized about it, but I really don't care. I'm gonna wind it up tonight to use to finish my Cousteau sweater by Still Knitting, which I have already shown here, and I didn't finish it. I have 1 stripe to finish here, and I saved this, which was the leftover from my second skein of the color Miss Altanja. If you hear sounds in the background, it's my daughters who are playing together in the living room. I am in my kitchen right now. Yeah, they're not acting up, but they are loud like children are sometimes. So yeah, I have this leftover, and I weighed my bowl before knitting this stripe, and that's how I know how much I used for this, and that's how I know this is not enough. So I ordered this. There is a slight, like you can see it's on the screen. Obviously the dye lot is not the same, but that was to be expected. But given that this is a striped sweater and this is not going to be next to this one, I think if I alternate those 2, it's not going to be too showing and it will be fine. So yeah, the only thing I have to do for this sweater is the ribbing at the bottom of it. So I think I can finish this one tonight, and I would be really, really happy because I think both color-wise and this is a fingering weight sweater, so it's not too heavy. It's gonna be perfect. Like for the weather we're having today, it would have been perfect. So I'm really, really, really happy. And honestly, because I'm renovating my house, I am trying to be careful not to spend too much money. You've already seen I have bought new knitting needles, and if you're a little bit aware of the price of that, you will know that this was not cheap, but it's an investment. Like, my knitting needles are something that are gonna last me for years to come, and so I have been planning that for a long while. I saved up for it, but when it comes to yarn, I have more than enough to knit at least 3 to 4 sweater projects. So I'm trying not to exaggerate, but hear me out. First of all, I cannot go to a showroom without enjoying the beauties. Like, I had to have a look at least. And I had bought an advent calendar last Christmas, and because I didn't want to end up with 25 or 24 mini skeins that I would not use, I mindfully bought an advent calendar with less packages. I had 5, but with full skeins. And I bought DK yarn because I really, really wanted to have a DK sweater quantity, and I bought the Kraken Yarn Advent Calendar. It was the Bewitched edition, I think, and the yarn is Merino Pure Decay. Yeah, that's it. It's written right here. Bewitched Advent 2025, Pure Merino Decay. It is superwash, and the mood board was really in my colors, and I'm really happy with what I got. Like, I can't remember which week was which color, but you know, it doesn't really. I think I might have started with the black. I think the black was the first one and the purple was the last one. The one I had for Christmas, like Christmas Day. The rest I can't remember. Will I manage to show it to you all at once? It's a lot, like here. Ridiculous. Let me show it to you one by one. So I have this black with speckles of fuchsia and purple. That's really hard to say with an English accent, sorry. And a bit of white and gray sometimes, and a mini of purple, which is the same purple as this one, see? And the mini here is black, just like here. So yeah, I got those. Then so those are called, what are they called? Witches' hats. This is witches' hats. This is the familiar. Yeah, makes sense. Like a black cat who would be the familiar of a witch. So yeah, the familiar. Then this one was witchcraft. This is nice gray with darker gray here and a bit of taupey brown at some places, like here, and some fuchsia and some purple, and a kind of lavender, but a little bit brighter than lavender, and a bit of fuchsia for the mini. This is Divination, bright pink. Oh, it's brighter on skin. This looks neon pink. It's more fuchsia in reality, with some black and purple, and a light gray as a mini. And here is, for the last one, it's Arcane Grimoire, and this is a light gray with more taupey brown, and yeah, you can see it here, and much more speckles of purple and fuchsia. So I think they all go very well together, but I don't know, I felt like I could use an addition to it. So I bought this, and once again it looks a bit more neon pink on screen than it is. It's actually fuchsia. It's Mood Decay. Color Miss Sophie. It's 85% merino superwash and 15% nylon, and I think it's gonna go very well. Like, I don't plan to use the minis in my sweater, but I was thinking arrow sweater, like, where's my black? Those for sure. And yeah, I had a doubt about one of those, and I was thinking the grayish one more than the one that looks very like this one. I didn't show the mini. The mini is brown, and it shows you that this one is a lot more taupey than this one, which is really gray. So I was thinking, you know, maybe if I get the camera down, bear with me. Here you go. Yeah. Wouldn't it be a glorious arrow sweater? Like, look at that. I love it, and I think it's perfect. So I am, sorry, got my hair coat in my chair. I'm kind of dying to cast this one on, but I have to finish my ongoing projects before, so I'm gonna at least finish my Cousteau sweater, and I'm gonna try to finish my Scottish sweater before allowing myself to cast this one on. So yeah, that's it for now. See you.